What's up, everyone? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's me, Dave, Renegade Gig Hustler. How's everybody doing out there, fellow gig hustlers and people who subscribe to me, and everybody that's just wanting to do anything in the gig economy? If you're just curious, if you're just wondering what's up with everything, you're in the right place. Let's do some gig economy talk. Let's see what's happening. Let's see what's going on. Um, Was scheduled to do my live yesterday, actually at 4 o'clock, and had some technical difficulties on my phone. I don't know why. I could not figure it out. I'm a very tech savvy guy, and just could not figure it out. Um, had a bunch of people scheduled to come into my live yesterday, and had more scheduled to come. Had some more come today, but had a few message me and tell me that they weren't able to make it. They had other appointments. So we'll see who joins as things go on, and we'll see what happens. But I'm in my little soiree here of people, and I'm hoping that more will join as we continue. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. My name is Dave, Renegade Gig Hustler. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, remember, everything is positive, motivated, and upbeat. That's what my channel is based on. And I believe in giving a helping hand and guiding everybody where necessary. If you have any concerns, if you have any questions, if you need any tips or tricks, you're in the right place. Do we have anybody in here? Is there anybody in the chat box? Dashing Womble was here, and Dashing Womble's been like me for a good while, trying to get monetized and trying to build his channel and boost everything. And I know what that's all about. Um, I've been a gig driver for over 5 years. I've only had my channel for a little over two. I had another channel going and started back in 2012, and then I decided not to go with that. So my YouTube channel was kind of just laying there for a long time. And then when I got going, I put up Renegade Gig Hustler. And why am I the Renegade Gig Hustler? Because I'm the one and only Renegade Gig Hustler. I drive a Jeep Renegade number one, a 2020 Jeep Renegade Latitude, and it just seemed for the right thing to do. So, um, if anybody is here, you can start typing in the chat box. And if Dashing Womble is here, he said he had some errands to do. Um, he said, I'll be here at some point. Hope it goes well. And you're having a great day, mate. And I believe Dashing Womble is from London. And he can clarify that. But a lot of my roots go back to England. So, and I got our little 2-year-old Yorkie here, Sammy. He's a 2-year-old Yorkshire Terrier and full breed. And he's a little firecracker. He's great. Uh, what we do here is talk about the gig economy, Uber Eats, Doordash, Grubhub, Instacart, Walmart, Spark, Amazon Flex, Roadie, Shipped, um, any of the gig apps. I've done them all. I'm into this over 5 years now. We're in a terrible summer slowdown in my market area, and it's been just oversaturated in my market area with DoorDash drivers forever. It is really tough lately to make money on Uber Eats. Uber Eats has just like gone to hell. And 5 years ago, over 5 years ago, when I started Uber Eats, Uber Eats it was a money mecca. Uh, it was easy for me to make 250 or more every day. And that is back when they had the base fare and the trip supplement. In the years to come of me doing that, they took away the trip supplement, and most recently, Uber has just gotten the worst. It's gone from the best money making app that I ever did to just total garbage lately. So I don't know what's up with Uber Eats, and but it's always been my favorite go-to app. I can do it anywhere, anytime. I don't have to schedule. I don't have to worry about going out of a zone. Don't have to worry about the activations and all that contract violations and all the stuff that you get from the dirty tactics on Doordash. I can't say that Doordash hasn't gotten somewhat better lately on a bulk of their trips. They're still not quite there on all their trips, but I take what I can get and I roll with it. So, um, uh, was out there earlier trying to work from I'd say about 10:30 on, quarter to 11 on. DoorDash was totally horrible, horrible, horrible. Uber Eats wasn't hardly even going off. I got a few Grub Hubs that were just no good at all. And then I was sitting there about 11:30, 20 to 12, and boom, I got me a banger for a pickup at the Sam's Club. And I ran over to the Sam's Club and I screenshotted the trip that I had here. Let's see here. I screenshotted the trip. It was only going 6.1. It was 6.1 miles. It was one pickup. And it was paying 34.71, I believe. And I was like, wow, great trip. I had to wait to 12 o'clock before I went over there because it was only a hop, skip, and a jump across from where I'm in my hotspot. And hey, if anybody's in the chat box, anybody else is here, I see I got one person here. Start typing in the chat box so I know that you're here and who you are and where you're from. And please do that right now and let me know that you're here. I'm hoping that you're hearing me okay. I'm talking on my studio microphone here, and I've got my studio webcam up here. I've got two monitors, the monitor on my laptop, and they got the big monitor here, my Dale monitor. And so let me know. Trying to find my where I took that. Let's see. I got to go all the way back down. So anyhow, I got this. I'm sure you can't see it right now, but this is DoorDash. Okay, you can't really see it right now, there, guys. Sorry about that. But anyhow, this was my trip here from the Walmart for the Sam's Club pickup. I did went over there and picked up, took 6.2 miles, 36 minutes long, 34.74 for a grand total. It was a $7 delivery with 27.74 in tips for a grand total of 34.74. So I went and got that and picked that up, got my pickup fairly quickly. The woman came out and said, don't even bother scanning. I got it set up so you don't even have to scan. You can just load up and go. You won't have to scan until you go to drop off. I was like, awesome. I said, is that because you're backed up? She said, well, we were, but I've gotten it under control. She's an older woman and she's really great. She runs a good crew over there at the Sam's Club. So I was pretty grateful to get that one. I was come back. I was trying to get another one. And then I was trying to see what was going on with DoorDash and Uber Eats and Grubhub. And I'm a multi-apper daily, a strict multi-apper daily. So yeah, so there was just DoorDash was a lot of high mileage trips, low paying high mileage trips, and it was not feasible for me. It was insane. So we'll see what happens when I get done with this live here, but that's what I got there on my Walmart Spark. So at least I made a little bit of money here today. If I would have got 3 of those, I would have been happy. I would have been over $100 for the day. So um, uh, lately with the summer slowdown and everything, all you guys know summer slowdown is when people go on vacations or into other activities and they just don't go on the app as much in order. And I do the lunch rush every day all the way into the dinner rush. And if I can, most times that's the way it is. And when it's normal on these apps. I'm quite busy, and I do very well every day, profit wise. At one time when I first signed up for Uber Eats over 5 years ago, that's all I was doing, and it was nothing for me to make 250, close to $300 in a day's time. So those times have changed, and Uber Eats has just gotten horrible, horrible. So if anybody else is here, please let me know that you're here. Type in the chat box. Let me know what's going on, and I'm hoping that you're all hearing me, and I'm believing that you are hearing me. But I wish somebody was on here and could let me know that you are. Um, I don't know really who's here. It's saying up here that there's one in here. Dashing Womble gave me a like, which I appreciate. Dashing Womble. Dashing Womble's great. If you haven't checked out Dashing Womble, head over to his channel. If you vibe with his content, please do consider subscribing. Hit the like button, the alert bell for any notifications. But check out Dashing Womble. He's got a great channel. He does a lot of ride alongs and interesting things like that. And he's got a good YouTube channel right now trying to get monetized. Me, myself, I'm only weeks away. I'm saying probably by mid-August, I could quite just be there and being monetized. Going through the process, applying with YouTube and AdSense and the whole 9 yards. And that's been the tough part for me, is getting monetized and everything. So I try to keep a time limit on certain videos. Ride alongs are a little harder. They tend to get a little longer, but I try to get them not too long so that I could try to keep the interest of all you guys and the viewers. And so how's everybody doing today? Anybody got anything on their minds? Who's here? Let me know. I see there's one person in here. But anyhow, we got very wicked temperatures out there today. It's 90 some degrees, and it feels well like 105 degrees. And that's no lie. So it was really hot out there today. Felt good when I came home, of course, because the central air is running. So that's always it's always nice when you come home from out there being driving all day. And I don't tend to sit and run my AC when I'm in my hotspot. I got 4 hotspots located in Monroeville, Pennsylvania. I'm 13 miles east of Pittsburgh, and home of the Steelers, home of the Penguins and the Pirates. And culturally, it's just a great atmosphere and a great place to grow up in. And I see we got 2 people in here. So if you hear me, and you can start typing in the chat box and let me know. I just sent a message in the chat box to you guys. Who is here? Who is here? Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm hoping Dashing Womble came back. Was talking to Rideshare Rodeo earlier, who is real big to do on YouTube, not only with his own channel, with the podcasts and everything else. He's got a lot of great stuff going on. So if you haven't checked out Rideshare Rodeo, please do get over to his channel and check out Rideshare Rodeo. Remember, if you vibe with his content, please do consider subscribing, hit the like button and the alert bell for any new videos. You know the routine. Also, Dashing Across America, Chuck is awesome, and you want to check out his channel. I sent him over a message earlier to see if he wanted to come on. Didn't hear from him. Steve, if he was available, said he might go by. Another guy I was talking to was the Mad Dasher, the Mad Hatter himself, Daniel. And I believe Daniel's in Massachusetts, and I know he was working on his W-2 job, but he said if he had time, he would pop in. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Him and I were talking a good while back about doing a collab, so hopefully soon we can do a collab and hash it all out. And he seems to be more fortunate in his market area right now. He seems to be in a more upscaled market area where everything is still not getting greatly affected by the summer slowdown, but my area is really, really suffering. And with the amount of oversaturation with Doordash drivers and everything else, it's just really throwing it off big time. And Uber Eats has gotten horrible, so that doesn't help. And then with the summer slowdown, doesn't help again. And then you have Grubhub that is, I just don't know about Grubhub anymore. I don't know how they just survive on the platform. And if you have anything to say about that, or if you do that, if you know, you know. And I tend to get a lot of Walmart Sparks, a lot of pickups. I don't do the shopping orders as much on the Walmart platform, on the Spark platform. I do, however, do a lot of the pickups at Sam's Club and at uh, Walmart. I tend not to try to get the groceries. I do better with the packages that I'm picking up, and I do get groceries and stuff over at Sam's Club, but I tend to, being it's only across the highway from where my one hotspot is, it kind of works out really good for me. And so I kind of go that way. I believe I did two good, nice runs on Saturday on the Walmart Spark app. And I had one where I did two nice drop offs, and I believe I made 40 some on that. And then I did another one after that with five drop offs, and I believe I made 70 some on that one. And then I did some Uber Eats, I did some DoorDash, and so the Saturday was not bad at all. Sunday, however, that didn't work out. I went and picked up a Sam's Club and for two different people, and it was badly routed. One was on one side of Monroeville, the other was on the other side of Monroeville. They had everything fouled up on the Google Maps. I could not find the first person. I never had that happen to me on the Walmart Spark app before. Everything usually goes pretty pleasant, and I kept calling the girl, kept calling the girl. Uh, Her phone was inoperable, or it was an old number. I don't know which, but couldn't get anywhere with that. And needless to say, Walmart, finally got a hold of them, which is not easy to get. And a hold of their driver support is horrible. But needless to say, I did get a hold of them, and they finally initiated a return on that. By the time I started back across the other side of Monroeville to get in the next town over to go deliver the next one, they canceled that one because of perishables. And so the first one really fouled everything up, and I returned them, and I still made that one there was paying 34, I believe, 34 something, and I still ended up with, I know it was paying 32 something, and I ended up with 18 something on that. So I took it and, hey, let's move on. It took up over 2 hours of my time and just took me on a wild goose chase. The Google Maps was, they just routed everything, but it was Walmart's fault. So hopefully that don't happen again. But everything has their glitches, and everything you just hope works like a well-oiled machine when you go to do it. So I don't know who's in here. It says two people's in here. I don't know who's in here. If you can type on the chat box, please do. But summer slowdown's really thrown a wrench into my market area. I'm in a Monroeville is 5 minutes from where I live. Monroeville Mall is like 5 minutes where I live. My hotspot's right on the other side of Monroeville Mall. William Penn Highway is just right across from my hotspot. And up and down William Penn Highway, which is US Route 22, it is a restaurant shopping mecca. And I say that with, I mean, over 5 years ago when I started doing Uber Eats, it was nothing for me to make 200, 250, close to 300 in like 3-4 hours. And then I was like, wow, man, I'm making this kind of money on this. And then shortly after that, a couple months later, I got on the DoorDash. And so I'm at about 5 years with Doordash now too. Doordash is just so oversaturated. And I see other videos of gig drivers out there on YouTube, and you're still lucky if you're making that kind of money. I see Mad Dasher out there uh, saying about making 250 whatever, and he's lucky to be making that. I could not do that in my area. It just impossible to do that in my area at this time, especially with summer slowdown and the oversaturation. Oversaturation's kind of been forever with DoorDash out of any app. And at one time, I was the only Uber Eats driver in my market area, and I delivered. I got everything Monroeville, delivered to all the surrounding towns, which is the Mon Valley. Uh, they call it the Mon Valley. All the towns all around Monroeville, Turtle Creek, Wall, Wilmerding, um, North Versailles, and then on the other side of Monroeville, Murraysville, Plum, which are more upscaled areas where I always just fantastic tips. I've got the most tips I ever got on Uber Eats out of any app. You never see tips most times after the fact on DoorDash, but on Uber Eats, it was always like 95, 97% of the time I was getting big tips. I've gotten as much as 60, $70 in a tip on that's the truth on Uber Eats. So you never see that on DoorDash. Never, never. And you tend to get a different kind of customer appeal on the DoorDash app than you do the Uber Eats app or say like Grubhub. And you got a lot of people on DoorDash too that probably shouldn't be ordering DoorDash. And I say that for a lot of reasons. And you got a lot of cheapskates customers, and you have some really really good customers. So, but it's just depending on the area. When I tend to go into more upscaled areas on the other side of Monroeville, when I go to Plumboro, when I go to Murraysville, or when I head up past Murraysville and go to Export or Delmont, um, fantastic, fantastic. But I can't say that I haven't gotten great tips right in my area, in the general area, even in the town I live in, 5 minutes from Monroeville, which is Turtle Creek. So I'd sure like to know if there's anybody in here, though. I'm checking out the chat box here, and the only one that responded in there was Dashing Womble before I got into doing this live video. And he was letting me know that he had to get some errands done. And I told him, get your errands done and come back. Would love to have you on here. Uh, yeah, it's just really crazy lately. Summer slowdown could still go on for quite a while. And Sammy's sitting over here and scratching the heck out of the blanket and trying to get comfortable again, I see. But summer slowdown could go on for quite a bit yet, guys. So my channel is based on being positive, motivated, and upbeat. And I tend to want to, being that I've done this, share my experiences with you along my journey and to help you grow as an independent contractor. And that's right, guys. And what do I always say on my DoorDash videos? DoorDash is the only gig company wanting to treat you like an employee, when in fact, we are independent contractors. Let's get it right, guys. We are independent contractors, and we wish to remain independent contractors. So, it just seems that, you know, I got last Saturday and DoorDash just kept throwing me these great trips. I went over to Dick's Sporting Good on the other side of the mall, picked up 2 items for somebody. That one where was paying 19 something. I only took that like 4.5 miles. Then I got another one to head over to where was that? Best Buy and get 2 items. I believe I picked up some kind of gaming mouse and some kind of gaming pad. And I only took that probably about 5.6 miles, not even 6 miles. That one there was paying me $20.85 or something like that. So I thought that was a good one. And then I came back and I had some stacked orders on DoorDash. And then that kind of died down a little bit. And then boom, I got another Sam's Club pickup on the Walmart Spark. And I ran over and grabbed that because I had done one earlier. So everything seems to come together. We had two people in here. Now we seem to have one drop out. I've asked you guys if you could type in the chat box if you could, and let me know that you're here. But when I'm done with this video, it will replay on my YouTube channel. So we're going to see. But I know you guys can probably see me all right and hear me. And I was aligning and configuring up my microphone here and my webcam prior to doing the live video. So, um, but so I've done Uber Eats the longest, over 5 years. DoorDash at about 5 years. Grubhub at about 5 years. Sorry, guys, getting a crazy phone call. And a spam number at it. So, getting back to it, I've done Instacart and Walmart Spark. I remember when I signed up for Walmart Spark. Walmart Spark's getting on around 5 years, 4 years now, 4.5 years, or no, yeah, 5 years. And I've done so many apps, I'm losing track of how long I've done them actually. And I've seen them go from up here to down here and decline and fluctuate. And so, as I was saying, when I did first sign up for Walmart Spark, it took the better of 6 months. And I thought I'd never get on there. And so I just thought nothing of it. I just continued on doing Uber Eats, making money there, going with the DoorDash, multi-apping. I started multi-apping over 3 years ago because I saw that Uber Eats was forever changing. Uber Eats used to get a base fare and a trip supplement, and finally they took the trip supplement away. Then I started multi-apping more to try to make up for what I lost out on the trip supplement. And then I went that way and started doing it back with Uber Eats and DoorDash, and then I put Grubhub in there. And then I started adding on. I finally got accepted like after 6 months on the Walmart Spark, and then I saw, I tested it out, and I saw, okay, what do shopping order, or I'll do pickup here, and I like the pickups a lot better than doing the shopping orders. Although if you can do enough shopping orders, but you can get tired going in and out of the. I'm not no 20-year-old kid no more. I'm not even in my 30s or 40s. So as you start to get older, you want to make things a little better on you on how you're making your money in the gig economy. You got to do what's best for you and what works for you. And I don't like to be coerced into doing anything but I'm a go-getter and I run circles around all the 20 and 30 and 40-year-old guys. So for my age, and you guys won't believe how old I am. So take your best shot. Take your best shot and guess. But let me know what you think. Put it in the comments below. Yeah, it took me the better of 6 months to get on the Walmart Spark, but I got rolling with that right away. I remember the first day I got on there, and I was over to Walmart picking up a big order, and they had it all in packages and stuff. It wasn't food items; it was other things, personal items, and all kinds of other things that they sell in the Walmart. And I went on a big run with 16 stops, and that was probably my first one. I think I made like $85 on that 16 drop offs, and I liked it. It was out the backside of North for Sales and all the way up through Irwin and Jeanette and North Huntington, and then on the backside of Trafford. And Trafford comes back into Wilmerding, which is down below Monroeville. And then I had my last one in Monroeville. I can remember my first Uber Eats trip, and over 5 years ago when I got on that, and I was driving up Route 22, which is William Penn Highway in Monroeville, and five guys were sitting over on the left of me, and I was looking at something on my phone. I was in a whole different vehicle than I didn't have this Jeep Renegade. And I was sitting at the red light and I was trying to open up another app and Uber Eats popped up. And I was like, and I tapped the go button and like clockwork, man, Five Guys. And there's Five Guys sitting over on the left. I said, I'm meant to get this. So I went over there and I got the Five Guys and it was paying like $11.92. I only took it like 3-4 miles. Needless to say, that particular day, 11 or 12 trips later, uh, I already had made like $192, and that was including tips. And bright and early the next day, I was out there doing the breakfast rush into the lunch rush and into the dinner rush, and making like 250, close to $300 in 3-4 hours. And Uber Eats was great back when I first got on it, and best app that I ever done. Best app in my market area. Different. What's good in one market area might not always be the best in another market area, and everything in the gig economy is divided amongst um, market areas. And what's good in one market area right now might not be good in yours. So you got to look at the fact that Doordash is the most oversaturated app in probably any market area. And more people go on, and when they think about doing an app, to do Doordash. I'm always going to advise you to not only depend on Doordash, don't always think you're going to survive on Doordash. It's a lot of factors, guys. You have to learn how to adapt. You have to learn how to really incorporate yourself, gear your mind to what you're doing and what everything's about. Check your surroundings. Safety comes first. That's always a a given. And so I urge all you guys to do other apps as well. Don't always solely depend on DoorDash. I'm a firm believer in it, and I couldn't do anything if I wasn't multi-app. And if I was just going out there to do DoorDash every day, I don't know. Some days are okay on DoorDash, other days aren't. So you got to remember, everything in a gig economy is so unpredictable. There's no guarantees. There's no promises. We have no protection. We have no unions. We are solely at this on our own schedule, on our own pace. That's what's nice about being an independent contractor. If you got other plans, if you got other things you need to do, you don't have to tell your boss. You don't have to call off if you can't go. There's a lot of benefits to this, but there's a lot of downsides to it. Everything's got its pros and its cons. And no matter how you look at it, guys, it's still, there's nothing like being an independent contractor and calling the shots, calling the plays, and doing things around your schedule rather than somebody else's. And with that being said, uh, that's the nice thing about being an independent contractor versus a W 2. I see we got two people in here. I wished I knew who we had in here. I told my granddaughter to come over. If you checked out my YouTube channel a long while back, probably I'd say about a month and a half ago, I did a video on a particular Saturday with my granddaughter, and we went on a ride along. And we had a blast. And I kept getting DoorDash after DoorDash after Door. Oh, it's an Uber Eats. It's an Uber Eats. Let's go pick up the Uber Eats. It's the Grubhub. We got an Uber Eats. Let's go back and get the DoorDash. So, uh, yeah, it was great. Everybody loved the video I did with my dash cam and my granddaughter Jay. So if you're out there, honey, my granddaughter Jay, big shout out to my granddaughter Jay. Jalen, I love you, honey. And she's sending me little messages on my YouTube when I'm out gig hustling, and she's telling me she loves Papa. So uh, she's my pride and joy. And so if you're out there, Jay, I love you, honey. And who else we got in here? We got in the chat box. I'm gonna stay on here for a while to see who all comes on here, but I invited Right Here Rodeo, who is real big on YouTube. He has some really great podcasts. And I invited Dash in America. Like I said, Mad Dasher himself said he might stop by. He was working his W-2 job. He, like I said earlier, is very lucky to be in the market area where he is able to earn the kind of money he is doing the dashing and everything. I heard him on another thing talking about where he was from and that he was fortunate to have an upscaled area to work in and stay as busy as he is. Summer slowdown don't seem to be affecting him like it is the rest of us. But summer slowdown, my area is normally vibrant and busy, and there's enough for everybody. And you got to remember, guys, when there's not as many dashers, pay goes up. When there's a lot of dashers, pay goes down. And I don't dash by the hour. I take it by the trip. And by any trip, let's the trip start rolling in, and I'll take what I want. And if it's not acceptable to me, I don't take it. And I just a firm believer. I don't believe in insanity. I don't believe in those $3 and $4 trips going 9, 10, 11, 12 miles. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of gas with long wait times in the restaurant, traffic, and construction and everything else going on. It is not worth it. So sometimes I question. I love what I do, but I question. Uh, have I had enough of this? Am I really tired of this? But then again, I get back out there one day and I get going. I get a bunch of Doordash. I get a bunch of Uber Eats. I get a couple Grubhubs. I'm running to Sam's Club to get a pickup or over to Walmart to get a pickup. Then I come back. I had a really amazing day. And so it keeps me doing what I do. It gives me the meaning and purpose that I set out to. And right now, the other thing that I'm really attempting to do is get the rest of the watch hours that are creeping slowly. And I'm almost there. And I'm saying probably by mid August, I'm looking to be monetized. And I'll be doing a whole nother live all about that and a whole nother video about all that. Thanking all the subscribers and everybody that has supported me, even though it's taken a great deal of time. They say good things come to those who wait, and that goes for you, Dashing Womble, too, because you're going to get there. And I know the feeling, and I know how bad, we both want that. And, but slowly but surely, we're going to get there. So hang in there, Dashing Womble. You're doing great stuff. And I see that Dashing America featured you on his channel. I sent a bunch of messages out to Chuck lately. He really hasn't answered me. I don't know if it's a time issue. I know he's chasing after all those orders over at the Walmart all the time in Kingsland, Georgia. So he's a hardworking guy, dashing across America, and I like the guy a lot. And so if you haven't checked out Dashing Across America, please do check out Chuck. He has a really great channel, and if you vibe with his content, also do consider subscribing to him. Give him a like and hit the alert bell for new videos, just as you would for me or anybody. It looks like I really don't want to mention him on my channel, but it looks like the Pedro saga goes on and on and on. And even though he doesn't do DoorDash anymore, he just keeps going on and on and on. I wish the guy the best. We're not here to attack anybody. We're not here to criticize anybody, but he never seems to let go of the DoorDash thing. And I was getting spammed on my YouTube comments for a lot of days at a time here in the past week. And you all know that he goes like Mr. Bet on You. He goes with the name Mr. Bet on You. And I was getting these things that said Mr. and the bet was spelled BEIT or BETO on you. And somebody was sending these until I had to hide them and get them off my YouTube comments. And so they never appeared again. So I knew something was going on. I knew it wasn't him. So the one thing about him is I tried to talk to him so many times. And the one thing I think got him in trouble was being arrogant and acting like he was the top dog on YouTube doing gig work. And no, I don't believe that he ever was. And I never would let myself believe that, even though I knew he did. I heard Mad Dasher doing a video here just a while back, and he was raving about Pedro. I won't do that. Pedro promised to have me on. Maybe we can collab and everything. Nothing ever came of it. Every time I tried to get him to answer me, he wouldn't answer me back. So I kind of let it go. I'm just doing my own thing here, and I'm supporting others like Dashing Across America and Dashing Womble and Rideshare Rodeo. And I do like Zach on YouTube. And Kim's Money is good too. And you got a lot of bigger channels like Mushi Moo. Mushi Moo's got a big channel. He's entertaining, but it's crazy. But good luck to him. And so we're just trying to do our own thing and build our channel. I'm a smaller channel, and I got over 4,000 some subscribers now. 4,300 some subscribers. I just gained like 1,000 subscribers here in the last week. So I wish my watch hours would go that quick. I mean, if my watch hours went that quick, I'd be getting monetized here by the end of the week. But of course, those watch hours, man, they creep and creep, and they're tough. So I don't know. Summer Slowdown seems like it's going to go on for a little bit longer here. We're right at the end of August or July today, and so we're going to be heading into August tomorrow. I'm hoping by mid August, from what I've seen in the previous years, being I've done this over 5 years, you got a lot of college kids to do DoorDash, and they're going to be going back to college. You might have some high school kids in there, and so they'll be dropping off. But it seems in my market area, whenever so many get in there, and there's a lot to get in there, think they're going to make easy money, come in there and start to do it and find out that it isn't so, and then they back down. But it seems like for every 5 that leave, 10 more are in there, and then here's another 5 that leaves, 10 more is in there. So I don't know what gives with that one, but I've been in the same hotspot for over 5 years. Got 4 different hotspots in Monroeville. I pick up two, like if I'm taking food over to the other side of Monroeville to Pin Hills, and it's nice when I'm taking food over there because I might take a couple orders over there, and then when I'm in Penn Hills, get a couple more orders to pick up to bring back into Monroeville. So it's like you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone, and picking up another 2 dead birds to get a decent payout, so to speak. But uh, so whoever was in here just left. I don't know who it was. Um, I was hoping the Dashing Womble came back, but do check out do check out Dashing Across America. He's a hustler like me, and he's really at it every day and shopping orders and everything. And between him and I think we run rings around 20 and 30-year-old guys. I believe Dashing America is more around my age. He could be, I'm thinking. And Dashing Womble is great. And let's see here, guys. So the Mad Dasher, Dashing Across America. There's another guy I watch in Vegas right now, and he's Vegas Rideshare, I believe, and Vegas Rag Along. And I see he's taking a break right now, he said, because of all the wildfire smoke that was coming into Las Vegas. And so I got on to him a while ago. And there's another guy that I think he's in Texas, Busybody. And Busybody doesn't seem to be doing a lot on his channel. He seems to be into doing storage units and everything, buying up storage units. Uh, and The only ones that really have a YouTube channel out where I live is I live 13 miles east of Pittsburgh. So you got me with my channel, and then you got Mike, your driver Mike. He's in Pittsburgh. So I can drive down into Pittsburgh in like uh 20 25 minutes. And that's not on the parkway. That's going an alternate route. So uh but your driver Mike and me are the only ones in like the Pittsburgh area that have channels on YouTube. And I was talking to a guy the other day, and he was taking a DoorDash. He was waiting on a DoorDash, and my phone kept going off and off with all my apps. Uber Eats, Grubhub. Grubhub rings the dinner bell when you get a notification. And my DoorDash has a different thing. And we all know the Uber Eats sound. And well, most of us, if you know, you know. If you do Uber Eats, you know. And he said, "Oh, what are you doing?" I says, "All of them." He said, "What?" I says, "What do you mean?" He said, "What are you doing?" I said, "All of them." He said, "You doing that many apps?" I says, "Well, pick one." He said, "You doing DoorDash?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "I'm doing Uber Eats, Grubhub. Let's not forget Walmart Spark and Instacart." And so he said, "Wow." He said, "What other apps you do?" I said, "Roadie, Ship, Skipcart, Amazon Flex." I said, "Let me see. Let me see my other apps." I said, "I got some more on there." And he said, "Well, how many you got running now?" I said, "5." I said, "I'm multi-app every day." He was in um, Moe's Southwest Grill. I says, "What do you got?" He says, "Well, I seen he had a DoorDash order up on pending on his phone, waiting on an order." He said, "I got this one." I says, "How far is that going?" He said, 9.5 miles. I said, "What are you getting paid for that?" He said, $4.30. I said, "What'd you take that one for?" He says, "It's an order." I said, "No, that's garbage is what that is." I said, "That's garbage." I says, I said, "See, if you were a multi-apper like me, for every one trip you didn't get, you might get two on some other apps." I says, "But that's a waste of time." I says, "Now, how long you been standing here?" Because he was standing there when I walked in. He'd already been standing in there 12 minutes, and he had to drive 9.5 miles. So how is that for something worth that 9.5 miles? So I says, "Nah." I said, "Man, there's a right way and wrong way of doing this, and that's not the right way to go about it to make your money." I says, you want to get high paying offers with low mileage, or you want to at least get something." The old standard was the dollar a mile ratio, and when I first started doing DoorDash, I was way above that dollar to mile ratio. Now anymore, with inflation and the gas prices of gas and everything else, you've got to be way, way above that dollar a mile ratio. And I'm into the 3, 4, and $5 a mile ratio. I don't care what anybody says. I got to make my money one way or the other. And with high maintenance on the vehicles and everything else, you're dang right. You going to make your bottom dollar. And that dollar to mile ratio was the old standard, but that doesn't apply no more, especially with the rate and the everything's happening with inflation and everything else. So that dollar to mile ratio has become the 3, 4, $5 mile ratio. And in terms of making your money in the gig economy today, if you're just doing one app, there's something wrong. You've got to be a multi-apper, and you've really got to hustle. And like I said, I run circles around these 20, 30-year-old guys. Uh, Today's young people in America, I just don't know, but nobody seems to want to work. And so I had taken easy early retirement myself, and so I'm out there doing this for over the last 5 years, and I'm into other ventures right now, and I'm also Amazon affiliate and everything like that, and into some other things. Um, that I'll talk about it another time, and I'm really looking forward to getting this monetization on YouTube and getting signed up with everything there. And uh, uh, not only working with my one editor on my computer here, I use Power Director 21 Ultimate. I'm soon probably going to upgrade that to the 365. And I work a lot with the CapCut and logos.com and Canva, without giving too many of my secrets away. But I'm making a lot of new graphics and a lot of new everything for my channel. And soon going to be coming out after I get monetized with a store to put on my putting my Amazon affiliate links up there too, and coming out with my own brand of shirts and everything else. Um, Dashing Womble just said I'll be finished the errand soon. I sent out a posting on my community page to see if I could get uh, some more towers your way too. So thanks, Dashing Womble. You're great. I appreciate everything. I'll help you for everything as much as I want to get my monetization just like you. We've got to lend a helping hand and be there for each other and do what's necessary to get uh, each other where we need to be. And we're going to get there. It's slowly and surely creeping. Those watch hours, some watch hours, they're just creeping. And I look all the time. I tell myself not to look, don't look, don't look. And you got to watch those watch hours. Doesn't mean I got to watch the watch hours. The watch hours are always going to be there. But I'm just hoping every time that I go and take a peek, they've gone up significantly. And even though mine are, you know, mine's looking by mid-August. I should get into being monetized, and I'm going to be doing a whole nother live on that and a whole nother video on that. As you all know, too, I've been running the Doordash Dirty Tactics. I quit it after I made so many. They had done amazingly well. And then I stopped making them. And then I had people asking me, you need to get back to the Doordash Dirty Tactics. So I start making them again. And it's like not as many people watching them. So I did the one Doordash Dirty Tactics, and I think I got like 7.1K views. And I was like, all right, well, I think I'm going to stop making it. Well, I did one more after that, and it didn't do I did good. I mean, but not like the 7.1K. So I figure, well, I'm going to back off on that now. Well, then weeks later, they were asking me, "Hey, can you make some videos, some more DoorDash Dirty Tactics videos?" And so I started it back up, and then I got into episode 5, and then 6, and 7. And so I'm not sure exactly if I want to do another DoorDash Dirty Tactics, but if you guys want it, I'll do it. If I could always find things to put in a DoorDash Dirty Tactics. I'm not one to ever brag about DoorDash, but I will give them credit for the fact that a lot of the trips lately have become good. But everything I seen on the DoorDash app today was total garbage, and I do have to say that with all honesty. And sending out a message to the Dashing Womble. And so anyhow, um, Sam, it's okay. It's okay. He hears some people talking outside out back. And so, yeah, you want to see little Sammy? This is little Sammy, our Yorkie. This is Sammy the Yorkie. He's a great pup. He's really not a pup. They say after you get past 2 years old, yeah, This is Sammy. He's great. He's great. He knows I'm going to take him out when I'm done. I just don't want to stay out there long. He wants to lay in the sun and sunbathe, and he wants to roll all over the ground. And I'm standing out in the sun while he's rolling all over, and then he's laying in the sun, and I'm getting skin cancer on the top of my head by the second. It's like, come on, Sam, my head's burning. My head's burning. And so, yeah, this is Sammy. This is Sammy. Say hi, Sammy. This is Sammy the Yorkshire Terrier. Yeah, yeah. So he's 2 years old. He'll have another birthday at the end of March of next year. Yeah, he's great. We really got him for my wife, and he bonds with me. And thanks, Dashing Womble. Sammy says hello to the Dashing Womble. Hey, Dashing Womble. Yeah, he's great. Dashing Womble's great. Dashing across America, Chuck. Yeah. Rideshare Rodeo. Yeah, they're all great. And that's where me and Dashing Womble's trying to get. Yeah. Thanks, Dashing Womble. Listen here, Dashing Womble. You are going to get there. Slowly but surely. We're both going to get there. And so keep the faith. I was just listening to the song this morning when I was out there doing that Walmart Spark. And Bon Jovi came on with us, keeping the faith. Keep the faith. And then I heard a Billy Joel song after that, Keeping the Faith. And I'm thinking, wow, here's John Bon Jovi. Now here's Billy Joel. And so, yeah, it's all about keeping the faith. And slowly but surely, I always fight the good fight. That's my motto. And I always get through the adversities. I've been completely down and back up and over the top. So that's where we're heading, Dash and Womble. I'll probably be on here for a little while longer, Dash and Womble. I've been on here, I can see 57 minutes and 7 seconds. But I'll be on here for a little bit longer. Why do you ask? Or no worries on that, actually. I'm sure there's no real definite reason. So, okay, Sam, you come back over here. You come back over here. So anyhow, Dash and Womble, you see the Beatles back there, and Goodfellows. So I've been a big Beatles fan from back in the day when I was growing up. There were 6 kids in my family. I have a younger sister and 2 older brothers and 2 older sisters. And so, yeah, 6 kids in my family. And Dashing Womble said he has to finish up the errands and then he will be back. So I'm hoping you guys are all hearing me great out there. I'm hoping you guys are all hearing me great out there. And turn my microphone up just a little bit. And this has been a lot of fun just doing this. I see we had 2 people in here. We had 1 person in here. We had 3 people in here. I don't know. But I'm just doing this. This is going to replay on my YouTube channel anyhow. And as I do more of these lives, I'll get more people in here. We'll get more of everything. And oh, great. Thanks for verifying that, Dash and Womble. I really appreciate that. Thanks, Dash and Womble. He's great. Dash and Womble's great. So I've been following his channel. He's kind of in the same situation I am right now, trying to get monetized. And I think I saw on Dashing Womble that he's from London. Am I correct on that, Dashing Womble, that you are from London? My last name is very English. My last name is Beckett, and the English playwright Thomas A. Beckett. If you ever heard of him, and so yeah, part of my name is comes from the English all the way back all the way to a Yorkie, our Yorkshire Terrier, born and bred. They come from England too, so Yorkshire. So a lot of great stuff. And as you see, the Beatles in the background, also from England, Liverpool. So the Beatles really knew music and what everything was about, and evolved. And as everything evolved, they all had it bloody right. So, and as Supertramp said, they had it bloody well right. So, Dash and Womble will know all about that, and the Beatles and Supertramp, and but I appreciate everything, Dash and Womble. So I'm glad he hears me really great. And this is super microphone. I bought this studio microphone. I was doing a bunch of reviews a while back. I also like to do the reviews. I'm a real tech savvy, and so I was researching out a lot of microphones a while back. And I believe I bought this over a year ago on close to a year on Amazon. And this is the Fifine T683, I believe. And it came with the boom stand and everything, which I got on my desk here. And it has a nice um, adapter that goes into the bottom of it, a power button on the front, adds the volume. And let me see what else I can tell you about it. Oh, and then it has the USB A and USB C. So it can plug into your computer either way. So I set that all up, but I had purchased the Depstick, my webcam, and it is also great. Hopefully you can all see me real good and everything as much as hear me well, like Dashing Womble can. And so the gig economy is it's just a crazy thing right now with the summer slowdown. Not all market areas will be affected as another market area. All market areas are not created equal. I did a whole video on that a long time ago. If you go back in my channel, you can see a video I did about that. I did videos about uh, Doordash deactivating me, and then I fought it. And because what a lot of people didn't know is that customers is that I carry a dash cam, I carry a body cam. In today's world, with everything going on and drivers getting killed and a lot of harm coming to delivery drivers and everything, you've got to have a dash cam. You've got to have a body cam, and don't be caught without it. And also, I tell you all to take pictures and video, even when not required to, for your own safety, for the good of your own. And if you have any problems, you get into a predicament, you can prove it to Doordash. So I have a video on there from a long time ago where customer caused me nothing but problems, and then I got a contract violation, and then I proved it to Doordash, and the following day they took it away. So I did a whole nother video about I fought it and they removed it. So if you haven't checked that out on my channel, please do consider checking that out. And but Sammy just is sitting over there watching me make this video. Now he's laying on the blanket and taking a rest. And but I'm really looking forward to summer slowdown, getting back, slowing, getting away from here, just going away totally. I've dealt with it in the over 5 years that I've done gig apps, and so it could be into late August before summer slowdown tries to slip away, but the sooner the better. And you see, I got the Pirates, Pittsburgh Pirates. So I got this at PNC Park. The last game me and my wife were at. PNC Park is a great environment. It's just a great place. A lot of enthusiasm, as well as Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. So, like I said, got into this because I had taken early retirement. I was in a terrible accident on my work. Uh, Back in 2008, required me some critical surgeries that didn't go too well on my spine and caused me some critical situations in my life. I at one time was paralyzed from my waist down because of the serious accident that I was in, and I came out of that all. I'm not going to go into detail with that right now, but a lot of doctors and a lot of therapy and 16 months of it all the way into trying to get moving again. They really fouled me up. They botched my surgeries, and I was in a bad way. Most devastating time in my life. And without going too much into detail, long story short, um, I finally met my wife, came out of that, met the woman that was going to be my wife, and I love her to this day. She's a blessing to my heart. And I was always a fighter and about inspiration and compassion, and kept forever moving till I tried a bunch of other things and finally got into the gig economy. So that's pretty much everything in a nutshell without the ramifications of all the details. So uh, if that makes any sense, there you go. And so it's really glad to have Dashing Womble on here. I know he's busy, and I was hoping Dashing Across America, Chuck would be by Rideshare Rodeo, and a number of other people. There was another dear woman that commented on a video that I did with my granddaughter, and because my granddaughter kept showing and showing and showing that she was playing Roblox and everything else on her phone that day, that she was gig hustling with me, and the little boy who saw the video with her, I guess, got a hold of my granddaughter, and they connected to play on the platform, the games. So that was pretty cool. And I do think my granddaughter was in here. I don't know where she went. I'm not sure if she was in here because I asked her to start typing and she didn't. But she doesn't always listen. So it's possible she was here. She loves the fact that her papa is on YouTube, and she brags to everybody that I have the best channel and that I'm a YouTube star. So I told her not yet. I'm trying. I'm working on that one. But yeah, the big thing about me is that I'm humble, and I think we all need to remember about being humble. We need to remember about coming down to ground and stay grounded and be humble and grateful for everything that we got and can do each and every day of our lives. And like I said earlier, it's also about keeping the faith. Uh, but I thought that was pretty crazy today because I kept trying to get these other trips, and there goes John Bon Jovi on Sirius XM, keeping the faith. And then I turn around a little bit after that, and there was Billy Joel singing "Keeping the Faith." And so when you get signs like that, that means something. It's crazy but true. And but I wish Dashing Womble all the success of. I know how he feels right now watching those watch hours, and I tend to be checking them a lot myself, and I'm trying to get myself not to check them as much, and I just have a good inclination that by mid-August, it's going to be more of the ticket for me to becoming a full-fledged YouTube partner. Um, I think I will surpass the 3,000 watch hours needed and possibly get well above the 4,000 watch hours. That's kind of the way I'm leaning right now, and if I surpass the 4,000, then I am automatically going to be a full-fledged YouTube partner, which is my main goal right now. So thank you, thank you, thank you to all making that possible for me, for coming on and commenting, watching my channel for one reason or another, whether you are in the gig economy already or curious about getting into the gig economy. You couldn't be in a better place. I'm here to give you all the tips, tricks, and guidance you could possibly want. And I will always bring you the news and keep you in the loop. And as always, my channel is based on being positive, motivated, and upbeat. And with that being said, guys, I'm figuring out what else we can really get into right now. But I just know that I've just done an hour and 9 minutes, going on 10 minutes of really great video with you. And if once this live is done, um, and you like this live, please do consider subscribing. Uh, if you vibe with my content, smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, and alert bell for any new videos. And as always, I appreciate you. So moving right along, you'll be able also to come on and comment on anything, and if you have any questions, and by seeing my live, you'll also know that you'll want to come on next time. So I'm hoping you do like this live, and you will be compelled to want to come on next time and discuss anything with me about the gig economy. If you're curious about anything, if you need to know anything, if you need tips or tricks, please do let me know. I'm glad to help you. um, But it's nice making these videos. It's nice to interact more with everyone out there and to um, be able to connect on another level. It's like when I'm making a regular video, I'm trying to connect on a certain level to reach an audience. And when you're live, you're right there. And if you've got a lot of people in your live, then you are connecting on a whole nother level. And if people are asking questions and everything and you can do anything for them, you're making their day by making something happen. So lives are pretty cool. And so with that being said, it's always a good thing. Um, but hopefully the next time I can send a special invitation over to Chuck, Dashing Across America. Maybe we can get Rideshare Rodeo on here. We can get Dashing Womble on here. I don't know about the Mad Dasher, uh, but I started talking to him a good while back. And him and I, when we first started talking, we're talking about doing a collab. So I'm sure sooner or later down the line that will happen. And he just tends to seem to be lucky in his market area, staying as busy as he is, making the kind of money he is at this present point in time with summer slowdown and everything else. But as I told you guys, not all market areas are the same. So what's bad in one market area can be great in another. And that is just, it is what it is. And if you know, you know. And um, but anyhow, guys, other than that, I've been on here over an hour, and it's been great being on here, and I've had a little fun with you guys. And forever who sees this video after it's finished, I hope you enjoy it. And if you do, please do hit the like button, hit the alert bell, and most of all, hit that subscribe button and let me know. If you're on my YouTube channel, hit the like button, let YouTube know I'm doing a good job. I believe I am. So is Dashing Womble. So, um, anyhow, guys, probably going to wrap this up here. And if you guys don't have any more questions, or if you do, you can type them in there now. If not, then I'm going to wait around a little bit to see if you have anything else on your mind. If you're curious about anything, if you have anything you want to say, now's the time. And I would appreciate it if you do. But other than that, guys, you get to see who I am. This is Dave. And I'm Dave. Did I tell you I'm Dave? Renegade Geek Hustler. And I like to joke. I like to. I have a serious. I have a serious side of me. I have a joking side of me. And well, these lives and these my channel and everything, it's supposed to be fun. So, but I told you it was upbeat, and you can see it's upbeat, and so it's positive, motivated, and upbeat. And I appreciate anybody who popped in here, anybody who watches this after the fact. Um, but I'm gradually getting there to be monetized and to become a full-fledged YouTube partner, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's been a real journey. It's been a real roller coaster ride over the 5 years I've worked in the gig economy. Um, I've made a bunch of money, and I've made a drop in the bucket, in all honesty. But I've made a bulk of money, big time. Um, I wouldn't keep doing it if I didn't. And it's what motivates me and keeps me on doing everything I do for that and all those reasons to do my channel and to connect with you guys on another level. And I enjoy making my videos on my YouTube channel. If there's a certain type of video you guys would like, please leave it in the comments. If there's anything else you want to discuss, please leave it in the comments. And one more time, if there's anything on you guys' mind at all and you want to direct it to me, leave it in the comments. And with that being said, guys, I think that's going to wrap it up for today. Until next time, my name is Dave, Renegade Geek Hustler. Take care. Thanks, guys.